You can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. Running toward the tape. At the 30. Inside the 10.
This was the first play, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And these offensive coaches tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? He'll take the deep shot. He's got it down the left side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Auburn. A great catch and run for 6. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once
they get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching. Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First down for this offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming on in this up.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And the ball is take it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Iowa! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover three. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Iowa has the ball back on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get close.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! And once he got loose, it was all over. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Simmons. Stopped after making the catch.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the 1st. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Auburn lines up quickly. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Running with power. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Kane. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be the defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get...
He lets one fly deep. And he's thrown another interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Dances away. Unleashes one. And the pass hits, picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Cobb. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the 1st half.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half will keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by a field goal over UAB. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get a... Lofts one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Little touch pass to the receiver. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Trying to find his man on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on second down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Defense playing a bail technique. Going up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play four-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
It's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. 14. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
It is great to have a tight end that can do it all and one that can get downfield and make a play.
And I like matching and mixing and matching up the play fake on play action with this tight end because it just gives him a little more time to work his route down the field. Nice play call there by the coordinator.
To the air on first down. Pumps it downfield. It's caught. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Auburn lines up quickly.
I like the running back there on the route patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying.
Makes the catch on the left. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Hawkeye. And the route is on.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to throw on second down. He'll turn it loose out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Getting deep in the third quarter, minute and a half to go here. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his...
And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
He wants to pass it on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the grab on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Also 6 yards on the play. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Iowa 42, Auburn 20.
Got it. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now on the option. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop. And you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do.
Touchdown, Iowa! And the stomping has commenced. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Line getting set on second down. He'll do it himself. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And